When a violent storm hits the ocean, you basically have two choices. You can drop a massive anchor, tie yourself to the mast, and just pray you can hold your ground.
Right, or you can hoist the sails and try to surf the tsunami.
Exactly. Welcome to today's deep dive. We are exploring a really fascinating observation log from Team AI Lab, dated August 17th, 2026.
Yeah, we're looking at two entirely opposite algorithmic strategies trying to answer that exact survival question.
But just to be crystal clear, before we get into the wreckage here, we are looking at this strictly as an objective simulation log.
Absolutely. This is a completely neutral observation of algorithmic behavior under extreme stress. I mean, we aren't giving investment advice.
Right. Zero buy or sell recommendations today.
Exactly zero. We are purely analyzing cold data to see how distinct logical models survive in really severe environments.
And the philosophical divide here is pretty stark. On one side, you have what they call the mountain climbers.
Yeah, these algorithms are designed to seek a motionless equilibrium. They want to drive that anchor deep into bedrock and just hold fast.
And on the other side, you have the wave riders. Their whole fundamental logic is to track and, harness surging market momentum.
Right, but looking at the data from today's log, the weather out there is just destroying those usual models.
It really is a severe storm. I mean, we're seeing a massive divergence from the main indices. The climbers are currently trailing the Nikkei 225 by 7.1 points.
And trailing TOPIX by 4.2.
Yeah, and the wave riders are taking an even heavier hit. They're lagging by 7.9 and 5.2 points respectively.
Which is wild. This isn't just, standard market fluctuation. It's a structural anomaly. It's like the existing rules of market gravity are entirely suspended right now.
Totally. And to counter that, Team AI Lab is actively scouting. They drafted new talent today, so 2 new climbers and 1 new rider to test their logic against this current.
Right, and they join a main force of 29 active units on each team. But honestly, the majority of that main force is just getting swallowed by the waves.
Because momentum models get crushed by volatility, right?
Exactly. Extreme volatility causes this intense whipsawing for the wave riders. They buy into a sudden surge, the market instantly reverses, and they take a hit.
Oh, wow, yeah. But the really crucial data points here are the rare adapters.
The survivors. Out of those 29 active units per team, 17 mountain climbers and 14 wave riders are actually managing to hold positive points.
Which makes them essentially lighthouses in the dark. In an environment this chaotic, that's incredible.
It really is. And if you look at the 10-session scorecard for those lighthouses, the mountain climbers actually found stability. They scored a positive 23.5 points.
While the wave riders took a direct hit of negative 8.4 points.
Yeah. And the season totals really reflect that gap. Climbers are sitting at positive 74.1, while riders are struggling down at positive 35.9.
Okay, but wait, I have to challenge something here. Because the logs show the climbers found their equilibrium by hiding out in sectors like chemicals and other products.
Yeah, they did.
How are industrial chemicals considered a safe anchor? I mean, that sector is notoriously sensitive to supply chain shocks and energy prices.
That is the exact right question to ask, because under normal conditions, yeah, chemicals can be highly volatile, but we aren't in normal conditions.
Right, it's a systemic shock.
Exactly. So the algorithm isn't just screening for traditional low volatility stocks. It's recognizing that during a massive liquidity panic, true equilibrium migrates.
Migrates where?
Away from financial abstraction and down to foundational physical realities. When the surface is a hurricane, the AI calculates that the only unshakable bedrock is raw physical manufacturing.
So it's bypassing all the financial chaos and just grabbing onto actual tangible goods.
You got it. And contrast that with the wave riders, who got absolutely battered in retail and transportation.
Because those rely heavily on consumer sentiment.
Right, which is oscillating wildly right now. It causes those momentum algorithms to constantly misfire on false trends.
So Team AI Lab is basically watching their top models take heavy fire.
They are, but they don't view this as a defeat. It's highly valuable observation data for them. They're mapping the unknown.
Using today's friction as the raw material to build tomorrow's victory.
It's a very cold, forward-looking research stance.
It is. Which leaves you with one final, lingering thought to mull over. If an advanced AI, purpose-built to ride market momentum, is completely failing to catch a wave today, Is the fundamental nature of the market's water permanently changing?
That is the million-dollar question.
It really is. If you want to pull the raw data logs we just discussed and keep exploring that question, I've linked the team's Substack in the video description. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we highly recommend signing up for the paid Substack tier so you can access the deeper, premium analytical data behind these simulations. Thanks for diving in with us.